Alrighty, welcome back to Hearthstone. What do you say we do a Tavern Brawl? It's Wednesday, so there's a new brawl, and it's pretty much the new mechanic, Discover, in the form of a Tavern Brawl. Seems to be coming with preformed decks, so we're just going to choose Mage, because that's the class we know the best, and see what happens. It sounds like, at the start of every turn, we're going to have a choice of 3 cards to draw. The Discover mechanic is neat, and it's nice to see the Hearthstone development team at least making a step in the right direction, which they seem to like, and I understand. Without randomness, it's kind of hard to make a card game or any other game based on skill, otherwise the same thing would happen every time, right?
Jane versus Gul'dan.
Now, which cards you draw are an element of randomness, but it's more than that. Now, this, on the other hand, pirate. I'm going to toss one back just to make sure it gets us a pirate. Okay. Randomness is good in small doses, but they went a little bit too nuts with stuff like Joust, where the mechanic doesn't really pay off. If you don't win it, and you have to win, you can't tie, you don't get an effect, and all of a sudden you've played a card that is horribly undercurved. Or, say, the randomness of, like, Piloted Shredder. Now, Piloted Shredder is good regardless. That's why it's used in most every deck nowadays. A 4/3 that pops out another 2-drop body is really good. But there's all sorts of stuff that can pop out of it. So sometimes you get Millhouse Mana Storm and you get a 4/4 out of your 4/3. And sometimes you get a Doomsayer and it clears the whole board when you had board advantage. So, some randomness is good. Some randomness is good. I think out of this, we're going to want Arcane Intellect. Now, we could coin out a pirate. Yeah, I think we should coin out a pirate. That way, if he plays a pirate, we can kill it. And then it gets Mortal Coiled, and it's a whole thing, but it's fine. So the Discover mechanic is nice because it's controlled randomness. You only have the 3 cards, but in the case of the actual mechanic, and not this brawl, I'm not sure if it carries over here or not, it's more weighted towards your class. So I think I saw that you are 4 times as likely to see class cards come up as regular ones. So if you're doing, say, the Warlock deck, and you get that 2-drop guy whose name I don't know off the top of my head, who's a 2/2 for 2 mana, and he lets you discover a 1 mana cost card, you have a huge chance of getting stuff like Power Overwhelming and other stuff that's really handy. Let's take a Senjin. He's really solid for a 4-drop. Also, X marks the spot. I think the correct play is to keep putting pressure on the board. So we're going to do this and that. Could also go face, but that's okay. This is giving him the option to trade with our 2/1, but if he chooses not to, we can hero power next turn if we want to go that route. We are very unlikely to be playing that Arcane Intellect anytime soon. We're going to want to keep putting things on the board. It's weird that the pirates were the first thing, though, you know? There's the Mortal Coil we talked about, see? We knew it would happen. He's trying to outboard control us, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Archmage Antonidas. I mean, it's hard to turn him down. He's good as a drop on his own, and even if we can just generate 1 fireball with him, that's pretty good. Effigy is also interesting, though. Effigy is also interesting. We're going to take Archmage. We're going to keep putting things on the board. Just fight for board control, and the next turn we can play Senjin, and it'll take care of all these pirates. Assuming it lives, which is no guarantee. That gives us a finisher. Whether or not we can actually use that finisher is iffy, but because we're choosing every turn, if mage spells come up, we have the option of being like, okay, we need that. Now, part of me would worry a little bit about the extra time this is going to add into matches, but you're not going to be discovering every turn in regular matches. Even if you built a really discover-heavy deck, you still only have, what, 10 to 15 cards that do it? And you would also be more familiar with what decisions you want to make because you know what's in your deck. Here, I don't know if these are preset or random in terms of like, again, are they following like the regular, here's what you get from doing this, or is it specialized for this brawl? I don't know. I would assume it's the same as regular Discover, but I don't know. I think an unstable portal would be nice. And then when we toss Dingo, yes.
Toss Dingo!
Unstable portal is something I would regularly use in a deck that had Antonidas, so that fits nicely. I hope that he can live. That's what I'm hoping. But of course, with Discover-type mechanics in play, our opponents gain multiple chances to find an answer for him that doesn't involve throwing his pirates at it.
I wonder.
Pay attention, class.
Another Mortal Coil. Well, that's
I'm
annoying.
ready to learn.
Okay, well, Mirror Entity would have been really nice last turn to have had up. Azure Drake certainly not bad and could play him on curve right now. Goblin Sapper not a good choice here. I don't think I mind playing the Drake. I think we had some options like Unstable Portal and Arcane Intellect, but I think we're just going to play the Drake out, take out a pirate, and call it a day. We're putting up like we have the threat of spell damage. We actually don't have any. But even as a 4-4 with card draw, that's still a good play here. Unstable Portal is another example of the randomness, of course. Sometimes Unstable Portal gets you an Angry Chicken, and sometimes it gets you, I don't know, what's devastating? Ragnaros? Something, you know, something big and beefy and tough.
X marks the spot.
X marks the spot.
I am ready to learn.
Well, his discovers have been going better than ours have, apparently. We need some kind of sweep. We didn't get one. I think we have to take Vaporize because the other two are relatively useless to us. The Bloodsail Raider might as well just be that pirate. It has the same picture, and we don't have a way to silence the Ancient Watcher. So I think we start here. Well, we may have just lost. It is going to be difficult to get around that. I think we just need to play out some stuff
X marks the spot. X marks the spot.
so that we can at least be trying to contest the board. I mean, I could hero power to kill one of the 1/1s, but those are going to be continuing to make an appearance as long as I keep that stupid Violent Teacher alive, and I cannot kill the Violent Teacher, so yeah. Unfortunately, my best turn 7 play might be Raw Antonidas. Interesting. So tapping just gets him a pirate then, I would assume. It does not give him the mechanic all over again. We would really like to see Flame Strike as one of our choices. That would be pretty helpful. Or Hellfire, which is not possible.
X marks the spot. Goblin Blast Mage would be super nice right now if we had a mech, which we don't, so I guess we have to take Ice Block. Am I really playing Raw Antonidas? It just gets killed. It would require him to trade a lot of his board. I don't think I like that. Let's get some more pirates. We're going to play one. We're going to kill here for value. And we're going to cry ourselves to sleep. I would love to at least get one fireball off Antonidas, but I don't know if I can wait long enough to get to 10 mana and play him with whatever secret or something.
I might be dead by then. So I may have to stop being stubborn about this and just recognize that I either have to play it or die. Because right now he's showing 8 damage on board. Has 2 cards in hand. We're not in severe danger yet, but... Even though the pirates aren't great, at least it's something. At least I can put them on the board. That's probably why he's tapping as well. Just to keep up the threat of board presence here. We don't even really have a good chance to get value out of Vaporize here because he can throw one of his stupid 1/1s at it and... Ooh. I mean, I like Blood Mage Thalnos, but that's no good, and Spellbender's no good, but Matter Bomber could get us some nice value here. I think we play that and Ice Block. Well, we'll see what this hits first. That's a good one. We want to hit the Violet Teacher if possible. Well, you know, sometimes you dream and sometimes it doesn't go as well as you'd like. So we have to do that. To stop the slew of 1/1s, at least we pinged the Divine Shield. Didn't kill the 1/1 or the 3/1 though, which is unfortunate. We didn't stand to lose much there. If it hit the Ancient Watcher, which it did once, whatever. It could have hit us 6 times in the face, and that would have, you know, been bad. Would have actually been lethal. But that would have been so unlucky that I would have had to have posted this on the internet for posterity. You know, besides the regular YouTube spot. Great. Wonderful. So we lose, and we're just postponing the inevitable here. Unless we draw a Flame Strike. Which we've been wanting for like 4 turns now. Play a pirate. That's a turn.
Almost out of time.
Didn't even play it. Well, these are all useless except for Arcane Explosion. We're still dead, so we'll just do this, this, and then we'll concede.
You win this.
Good times. So, an interesting Tavern Brawl, but like a lot of them, it's going to be a little bit random. Especially the ones where you can't construct your own decks. And I respect those for the fact that new players can do them without needing to have a bunch of cards like I have, but it's a little bit frustrating just to be handed a random deck and then be like, well, play for 10 minutes, and if you get unlucky, then you just wasted your time. Anyways, I will probably keep at it. I don't think I'm going to be doing this tomorrow. I have some Warlock quests to do that we'll probably work on tomorrow with a full Handlock deck, not the one I usually do. So please stay tuned for that.